Coachlife. Something really interesting happened. A Facebook memory popped up for me yesterday, and it was these little 4-paragraph writing exercises I was doing at the start of the pandemic in 2020. We were deep into the 2 weeks to flatten the curve fallacy, illuminating truths that we didn't necessarily want to look at 2 years ago, but we were forced to nonetheless, kicking off the great meditation. But the Facebook memory popped up 2 years ago. I wrote these 4-paragraph essays. Before you go back to being normal, read this. The first one was addressing the time for change and the deafening silence of major institutions, thought leaders. You have to remember 2 years ago, we didn't know what we were dealing with, and there was radio silence. The Harvards, the MITs, all of these genius of the geniuses, nobody was saying nothing. Well, we were all trying to figure out, wait, so 2 weeks to flatten the curve, it's been a month, 2 months, So anyways, yesterday, June 1st, was the start of these essays. And the point of emphasis, the call of action of the last paragraph was, it's time for change, build infrastructure that's based on credibility and accountability, not just branding and the illusions. 2 years later, a healthy exercise for you right now would be, look at where you were 2 years ago. If you have Facebook things, if you have photos, scroll through your photos 2 years ago, emails, type of things. If you journaled, that's fantastic. Look at your journal from 2 years ago. That was 2020 vision. What I notice about me is, although I didn't necessarily I would like to think in 2020 I had 2020 vision. It wasn't that. It was, I had the time and the space to allow things to flow. And even though it felt like the whole world was at a standstill, me and my highest self, we were connected. We were flowing. So that's why I called it the great meditation. I really felt a deep sense of, to be honest with you, if I'm looking at 2020 clarity or flow, and I'm comparing it with today, right now, yesterday was bat and crazy. I don't think I've ever felt this disconnected from community before. Like, this is next level disconnect. And it's not because I'm not on the same wavelength. It's because I see my perspective is so different. What collectively we're agreeing is a solution to me is just doubling down on the problem. Time is not my master. Yet, what collectively we keep agreeing to talk about is not timeless. We've gone back to the brands, not credibility. So I'm speaking at this point for the masses. I know that there are pockets. There's always exceptionalism. I always include exceptionalism. I'm not concerned with that. I can go be around a bunch of yogis and be enlightened and all of that stuff, but my road is different than that. I wasn't born in a yogi I'm still very connected with my people, and so I want to make sure that I can deliver something that is of value. I was just talking with the gym teacher. He's a great guy. Sorry, the athletic director. He'll be leaving as well. There's so many teachers leaving and so many people leaving. We're not even addressing, it's nuts. We're talking about schedule. It's like we're going to have a completely different culture because half the culture is changing. But anyways, we were talking yesterday, building about how to move forward. And interestingly enough, we were both saying what we envision for the future. And my main point was I don't think money's bad at all. It's just the community that I want to live in, it will be based more in exchange. Like, what is your value? That's why I was telling them. At first, I made a lot of art, made a lot of paintings, did a lot of writing. Then I had to come to terms with, like, the people that I want to communicate with, they're not necessarily thinking about what painting to put in what space. And, like, we're getting there, but we're not that stable yet. And we're definitely not sitting down reading novels every day. I wanted to have an easier exchange with people that I'm interacting with day to day. So I started making other things that folks can connect with. And even then, I realized, even though this is a perfect value of exchange, there's more things that I can make that would be of value to my folk immediately. So that's been my journey. It's been so fun. I've learned a lot. And I'm not trying to be mysterious. I just don't like to give out information anymore because it really serves no purpose. People just, unfortunately, we're not all trained how to handle information. So we all think, we think it's a free for all at this point. It's like, oh, I heard that. That's mine. It's like, okay. No shout out, no nothing. So it'll change, but for right now, the way we're all moving, it's better to build internally, one-to-one, collectively. It's funny how social media has people so confused and so lost. You think you need to, sales and promotion is where you should put your life force. And it's not about that at all. Maybe one day I'll spark up another masterclass on that. Very reflective today. Today is Thursday, the 2nd of June. The 1st of June is very memorable, to say the least. The memories after Memorial Day. The 2nd is very reflective. Today will be a day where we can gather extreme value from reflection. So, Coachlife.